Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Saggies. Hope you're all doing great, my friends. And yeah, we're just moving right through the year, right? It's already mid-March. What's going on for my friends? And yes, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy in mid-March, please. Last week's reading was pretty positive, so we're going to hope to keep that going. But either way, we're going to roll with the punches, right, Saggy? Let's get it going here. What do you got for my friends? Thank you. Pardon me. Okay, it's a very sleepy type of energy, not what I'm used to feeling at the front end of the Sagittarius reading here. So this could be something around your rest and sleep, or like hopefully you're not having issues with like your internal energy when this card's showing up here. I feel like it could be one or the other. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. Now, we see this lovely lady, looks like she's doing yoga or some sort of pose, and to me this is very sleepy, very water sign type of energy, and I usually fire sign energy hits me a lot stronger when the oracle card comes out. So yeah, there could be something in regards to your sleep. Maybe spirit's wanting you to tighten up your sleep patterns, or maybe get more rest. You could be coming off of a time where you were very busy or you had a lot of stuff going on. There could be something around like rest, recuperation, that a lot of you might need to really dive into a little bit. Now, this card could also represent meditative states and things like that, altered states of consciousness, really vivid, sharp dreams that you should be taking note of whenever this card's in the mix. But once again, very imaginative as well. It doesn't necessarily feel bad, but I do feel for a portion of you might be having like little issues with your internal energy, and you might need to reconnect to something, or just like really center your energy in one way or another. But we're just going to put her right over there. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright before we get into the intuitive juiciness. What do we got here for my lovely Saggies, please? And yeah, while we get this deck all shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Now, for all fire signs last week, there was a big positive energy, and Sagittarius was not an outlier. Your reading was titled A Massive Offer. And remember, that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. And I just felt like for a lot of Saggies, a lot of opportunities, a lot of offers coming in, lots of new things possible as well. So the energy just felt really bright and vibrant to me. Okay, so if you've been going through a tough time, hopefully that energy starts making its way over to you. But we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going, though. Let's get it going here. 3 cards for Saggy. Thank you. Okay. Interesting cycle-based type of energy. So we do have the World card, and it popped out with another. But let me get the World in place first. Now, don't get nervous about this card. We also have the Ace of Wands right next to it. Very, okay. Something's remaking itself, okay? And, man, I've been seeing this for so many signs. Even you, like a few weeks ago. Let's get one more. I don't want to speak on it too much just yet. Let's see what the rest of the story is. Something's about to kick back in. Okay, 3 of Cups, good. All right, so overall here, Sagittarius, the energy is skewing towards the positive, which I do like, but there are some things that we want to dig into further for sure with the way this energy is flowing. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, it's such an odd energy here in the front, because it's like we're starting with an ending and then like a re-emergence, the way the energy goes, because it's like ending, beginning. There's like a re-emergence, okay, like, or a reunion possible. And that, I don't want to go too deep into that. Elementally, we have water, we have fire. Those energies generally compete with each other a little bit. So but they're positive in nature. So I really want to go through and build on each one by one, because this could be separate, different situations. It could be all one thing with different aspects. You know how in-depth it could get. But let's go through piece by piece, one by one. The World. Very, very powerful card. Okay, so when we are talking about the journey of the Fool, the tarot journey, this card is the last of the major arcana. Okay, so whereas the Fool is beginning the journey, this is the closeout. Now, I do say, yeah, this could represent endings. It could represent closes of a chapter or a cycle, but it's not like Ten of Swords. This isn't like a painful, hurtful ending. This is like a happy ending, or a reimagining, possibly, when this card is here. I think of it similar to the Death card, where it could represent just remaking something. So it could be really good. It's an extremely powerful karmic card as well. So a lot of you could be going through big cycle shifts, big cycle changes, or going through situations where karma is involved in one form or another. I also see this card, I think of world events. Okay, so for some of you, you might have an extra interest in world events in this time, or maybe there's somebody you're connected to. They give a lot of their energy to what's happening in the world today, and it could affect them in different ways. So just know you might be extra, I don't want to say sensitive, but things happening in the world could be affecting your mood. Moving to the center, we do have the Ace of Wands. So whereas this one's the close, all aces are a beginning. And you had a lot of ace energy in last week's reading as well. So I do like seeing this. The Ace of Wands is filled with passion, desire, burn. Just like all Wands cards, they could be explosive. They could be volatile as well. So we do think of one's energy. And I remember I saw that here in the beginning. Energy regulation. Okay, now we have the Ace of Wands there. That could be a big theme, like something about your energy being regulated in one way or another. Now, the Ace of Wands, it comes in fast. It comes in hot. It comes in heavy. So this could be good, but I do feel like with the cycle here, then the Ace of Wands, there could be something like restarting or re-emerging in one way or another. Now, that depends if you allowed to or if you wanted to, but I've been seeing that for a lot of the signs, specifically fire, in recent weeks. The Ace of Wands, aside from its unpredictability, remember that this is a phallic symbol. It could represent your libido. So you might be burning a little hotter than normal, my friends, when we have this Ace of Wands. So we're just going to put this here. It's one of the cards of sexuality for one reason or another. Now, on to the back end, we have the Three of Cups. Look how happy these people are. I don't always see this as a rough energy. I know, like, yeah, there's some readers that say, yeah, third-party stuff. And all threes can represent that. They can represent any group of people more than two. But to me, they are happy. They're celebrating. It's like joyousness, happiness, merriment. They're having a really good time. They're living it up. They're partying. So I like this energy. So for a lot of you, you might need to go out and have a little fun, or you might be having a good time, or celebrating some sort of win or victory. Could be possible with that Three of Cups on the back end. But what is a challenge with the Three of Cups? Overindulgence. This could represent somebody that parties it up a little too much, right? Someone that's living that life a little too much, not being within balance, especially next to this Ace of Wands, Three of Cups. This is a very like unpredictable type of energy. So I really, really want to dive into all this deeper. Let's do it. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Saggies, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my friends here? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that World card. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, you can drop it right in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, World time. Why is the World here, please? Guides and Spirit team. Okay. The deck is being very particular. Talk to me. All right, Queen of Swords, air sign energy. Okay. Some of you might be very guarded, or you're dealing with somebody that is. That's something I'm picking up here as well initially right off the bat. The Queen of Swords, air sign energy. So the yin to our yang, literally. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And when I see the Queen of Swords, she's plan-based. She's strategy-based, very similar to the King of Swords. She's serious, she's stern, no nonsense, no BS. So I'm getting a couple of things here, and you just take them if they hit for you, my friends. With this Queen of Swords underneath the World, a lot of you could be very skeptical about the world today, strangers, certain people, certain situations. This is somebody that has their guard up. Okay, like it's giving me 9 of Wands type of energy, even though it's the Queen of Swords. So just know you might be a little more protective than you normally are in this time, or you're dealing with somebody that is. There's a big skepticism. But another thing I'm picking up here in the front, there's somebody planning something. Okay, because yeah, she's a planner, and I want to see if we get more cards of strategy and planning. I don't know if it's someone planning a repeat or a return of some sort. It could be possible for some of you, not all of you obviously, but I do get somebody in the planning phase. Okay, it's like, okay, the plan phase is it's almost over. Now it's almost time to put it into action. Okay, take that for whatever it's worth. Okay, so if there's something you've been planning or strategizing for quite a while, Spirit could be asking you to like, all right, make a move on this or start making moves on it. Let's keep moving. But yeah, there is some sort of strategy and planning here in the front, aside from the guarded skepticism. So let's see what's up with that Ace of Wands. Remember, if that's not you, that could just be somebody else, right? So why is the Ace of Wands in the mix? I'm just going to keep it rolling. What's this Ace of Wands here, please? Thank you. Okay, 3 of Swords. Okay, in the upright underneath this Ace of Wands. All right, you really, maybe planning is the right way to go, because this is telling me anything too spontaneous is going to have rough results. Okay, anything not thought through in this time. This could be a very important warning of some kind here with the Ace of Wands, 3 of Swords. Okay, don't let yourself get into trouble here with this type of energy in the center. Now, the 3 of Swords, it could be anxiety, it could be nervousness and stuff like that. I always say it's on a spectrum. It could be anything from like, yeah, little gloomy feelings to like a full-on broken heart. And when I see it underneath this Ace of Wands, it just tells me like, listen, anything not well thought through could bring you really rough results in this time. This could be an important warning from Spirit, because there could be somebody that makes a mistake or two when I see this energy. It's just very unpredictable here in the center. So whether it's someone that you're connected to where they mess up or they've made a mistake, or you do, that's a possibility here with this in the center. But I would say, yeah, maybe be in this energy. If you were to choose, I would be in this energy. A little cautious. And I know as a fire sign myself, you know, yeah, we're intelligent, right? We could strategize, we could plan, but sometimes we just like to live life. Sometimes we just do things because they feel right. Spirit's asking us not to act in that way. So let's keep moving over. I do feel like you need to stick to a plan, or this is somebody that needs to stick to a plan in one way or another. So let's go in on that 3 of Cups, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Once again, I do feel like, yeah, somebody's planning phase could be over and they're about to make a move. But if that's you, please just stick to your strategy if you have one. So let's go in on the 3 of Cups. We have the double 3s now, so now we could be focusing on your circle of people. This doesn't all have to be your energy. So why is the 3 here? Thank you. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse underneath this 3 of Cups. What is being rejected here? What are you rejecting? Or I'm not a huge fan of what I've felt as I've moved on throughout this reading, Sagittarius. Now, yes, this could represent a third-party situation. I don't like giving that message, but it's there in the mix. So beware of stuff like that, okay? But when I see the Knight of Cups in reverse, if it's not that, it's rough feelings, okay? It's someone that they're not thinking too nicely. So I'm getting a couple things back here. There could be something that you were literally rejecting in this time. That's just the intuitive vibe it's giving me. Someone or something possibly where it's like, yeah, no thanks. For another portion of you, this could be somebody that you're linked to where they could be drowning their feelings. Okay, because with the Knight of Cups in reverse, with the 3 of Cups, this is someone like trying to party away the pain or drink their feelings in one form or another. So I'm not a huge fan of what I'm picking up here on the back end. Not saying it's you. I'm not making judgments. I'm not throwing stones. But that's just what's picking up in the energy. Okay, and it's not really the nicest. So these are some things that you should watch out for. I do feel like there is a good possible energy here, but you need to move slowly in this time, or you just need to stay on course or on plan. That's a big thing showing up. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick little recap of the messages. You just take whatever hits for you, then we'll get into the shadow card. But if you kindly look in the box, a couple of warnings in this week's reading. Position number 1, we do have the World with the Queen of Swords, a very skeptical energy. And with what we saw come up Past that, it could be rightfully so. You might have your guard up. You might be skeptical about the world, not letting no new friends type of energy, okay? That's somebody who's in that mode for sure. It's like, yeah, no, I'm over here. I'm good. You stay over there. But another thing I was picking up here is somebody's planning phase is almost over, or somebody is strategizing or planning something, and it's like, okay, it's almost time to act now. It's almost time to put this plan into motion. So for some of you, stick to the plan if you have one. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Wands with the Three of Swords in the upright. Notice we have double threes in the mix. We could be looking at like a lot of drama around you. I don't necessarily feel like it's yours, but there could be a lot of drama around you. This center alignment is a bit of a warning about your spontaneity. Don't be too spontaneous. And there could be someone that messes up in one way or another or makes a mistake, something that they're going to regret. Moving to the back end, we have the Three of Cups with the Knight of Cups in reverse. This does feel like rejecting something. Okay, so whether it's an emotion, you're like, yeah, I don't want to feel that, don't want to think about it. Whether it's an individual, whether it's a situation, there is something being rejected back here on the end. I also got the vibe of somebody drinking away the pain or partying away the pain. So only take that however it hits. But yeah, please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further, Saggy. Couple of warnings in here. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. Let's see, my guides, talk to me. What do we got in the shadows for the Saggies, please? And don't forget the undertones of this energy that was like trying to swing back around as well. What do we got? And yes, my friends, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. It could be a very good thing in the shadows. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, what do we have in the shadows for the Saggies, please? What do we got? Thank you. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So some of you watch out for any work, drama, work things, work dynamics showing up here in the shadows. For some of you, there could be new developments in work or with coworkers when this energy shows up. Now, whenever I see the Eight of Pentacles, I generally like it. I love it, actually. To me, it's like very diligent, hardworking. It's artistic as well. So for some of you, maybe Spirit's saying like, hey, Saggy, it's something you might need to work on something a little more. You might need to put a little more effort into something. But for another portion of you, this could be someone that's overworking themselves, okay? Especially when it shows up as a shadow card. So Spirit could be saying, listen, Saggy, you know, let it flow a little bit. Don't put too much energy into it. I did see that in the very beginning. There's something about the energetic balance that needs to be brought onto scale when we have this. But it could be good. Just know with this in the shadows, there could be situations involving work popping up for a lot of you. Maybe some of the stuff we were seeing here is work related, money related, big possibility. So we're just going to put that Eight of Pentacles. Make sure you're please take time to rest and recuperate. That's like a big theme we've seen sprinkled throughout the reading. But yeah, Saggy, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite zodiac sign? And give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.